Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica Gem. After a week of traveling across the bridge in the void, Kima and Sachi find the spot where it had been split by their impact with light. Based on how the time was flowing, they could tell that the gap would keep getting wider until it was too far apart to safely find the other side, meaning there was a likelihood of getting lost out in nothingness. Knowing that they didn't have time to worry about it at the moment, they decided to put in a formal request for its repair in the Celestial realm. Though, given their stance on outsiders, it was possible they would leave it to fully fall apart. Upon entering the door to the plane, they made contact with one of the Celestials and showed their permit for re-entry that they had acquired before they left. The being asked if they had met their requirement, which was to discover what had happened to Archie, and since they had, they were guided on a several-day journey back to the Heavenly Justice. At long last, they stood before him, and he asked what they've learned, as in returning here they must have gained information on the circumstances. They inform him of Archie's current plight as a prisoner of the demon prince Malconthet, who is being used to supply magic to an endless horde of demons. They also let him know that with the current magical complications, this places the only renewable source in the hands of the demonic realm. He expresses his sympathy for this and asks them to inform him when Archie perishes from his wounds, which would release the bond on Quinn. Sachi and Kima let him know that he is being kept alive by magical items and used as a source, that he is going to be continuously drained for an unknown but likely extensive period of time, that there's no getting out of that for him. They express the concern of the havoc this will bring not only to their home plane, but to the entire sphere and all those connected to it, including this celestial realm. The Justice expresses appreciation for the warning, but states that it is not their place to interfere with the issue. He goes on to explain a previous encounter between the demons and Aasimar, as well as the devils. Millennia ago, there was a realm known as Archon, which Fae, Elves, and Aasimar, as well as various other races, inhabited. It fell into the hands of demons, and the celestial races tried to take it back by force. The devils got involved, engaging in deals with the desperate, and fueling the conflict from this interference. Most other races fled the plane, and ever since then it's been an endless battlefield between demons, devils, and Aasimar. A constant bloodshed lasting all those millennia and war continuing on to this day. Even now, their brethren who refuse to back down, fight, kill, and die there. The Celestials in this realm had decided that though they still respect those they left behind, they could no longer continue in the everlasting cycle of violence, pain, and torment. The Heavenly Justice reaffirms that they cannot interfere, as it would likely result in a similar outcome, and they are unwilling to provoke such a thing again. Kima steps forward and protests that if they do nothing, it will likely happen again anyway, with the demons gaining power and coming for this place as well. As he does so though, the Heavenly Justice notices something that was not there before. Kima and Sachi both have pact seals on their person. Devil pact seals. Recent ones. The Justice asks what the meaning of this is, and Kima and Sachi explain that they ran out of food on their journey to discover information, and it was the only feasible solution they could create at the time, as they had run out of any other options they could rely on. Kima explains that they had non-detection going at the time of the deal, that they had specifically left out the information of where they stood as well as their destination, and that the deal only involved resources and information. Nothing untoward. The Justice still checks to see if they are aware of how evil devils are and how long they've known, which was ever since they had first learned of them. He says they had looked past Kima's old deal scar, but the fact that he had made another deal needed to be thought about and a decision made not only on their allowance of being there, but also potentially their fates. After a small amount of deliberation, the Heavenly Justice decrees that though they are not citizens of this land, Sachi and Kima must be held to the standard of its people. For making a deal with the devil, they are to be exiled and forbidden from ever returning before their next rest. The journey to the chamber was around 3 days, but the way back is much faster given an escort, using wings and gliding with the high winds. In the meantime, word was sent to Light and Quinn, and they and their guardians were summoned into the chamber with the pound of the gavel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you aren't in a plight as grim as theirs. If you enjoyed this video, please grant me a like, and if you'd like to see some more of my art, subscribe to join me. That's all for now, so farewell, and have a wonderful day.